Hi everyone, my name is Mick, and welcome back to my espresso machine restoration series. Today we're going to be tackling the group heads, cleaning them up and making them look nice. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so for the next part of this project, I've got this group head, and I just wanted to clean it up as it's seen its fair share of use. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but here there's a bunch of scratches. And what my theory is that when people wanted to level out the coffee, they would just bang the portafilter against the side of the housing. And this is what it ended up looking like. So I wanted to take that down a bit and make this a little shiny. So my first thought was to take the housing off and then just put it on, I don't know, a piece of metal that I had lying around and spin it. But then I realized that I'd probably be damaging the threads if I did that. So I went to Home Depot and I picked up a pack of these 10 by 32 by 2 machine screws. And I just threaded one on the housing like this and put it on my drill. And now if I just have the drill go in reverse, I got myself a makeshift lathe here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet sand 600, 800, 1000, 1500, and 2000 grit. And I'll see how shiny I can get it to look. So this process was really straightforward. It was just quite tedious. It took quite a bit of time to go through each grit, because I started with 600 and then ended up at 2000. And lastly, I used a Dremel with some polishing compound to see what that would do. And here's the result. Now, as you can see, the difference is dramatic. This one is quite shiny. This one is not, obviously. However, if I just turn this, I was torn about whether to try and get rid of these marks or not. On the one hand, they're kind of ugly, but on the other, it shows off the history of the machine. You know, this was used in a cafe somewhere. So, trying to get it to be perfect, I don't know. Just doesn't seem right for this thing. Also, I would have to take off a lot of material to get it to be super smooth. So, I don't know if it's worth it. I could end up just damaging the housing instead of making it great. So, yeah. On to the next one. I thought it'd be pretty boring to show you a video of the same thing over and over again. So we're just going to move on to the top of the group head. The process was pretty much the same, except this time I started with some Scotch-Brite and then moved through the grits. 600, 800, 1000, 1500, and then finally 2000 before hitting it with some polish. And this is the result. After many, many hours of sanding and polishing, I feel like I got it to a place where I was happy with it. And the bell housing, as you can see here, also looks fantastic, all polished up. Now next I'm going to show you a clip of this particular housing in comparison to the other two which have the marks on them. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to clean them up a little bit more or not, but let me know what you think in the comments. I can always take them off if I need to. Anytime you do a project like this, you have the option of buying OEM stuff, or you could find an alternative. And thankfully here in Winnipeg, we have a hydraulic seal supplier to which I was able to bring these group heads to, and after they took the measurements, they got me the right stuff. I've used these guys before, and it is so much cheaper than buying from a dedicated espresso parts place, because I only paid $5 for all the gaskets for all 3 of these group heads, and it would have cost me probably close to $50 plus tax to buy them from a specialty supplier. I am really happy with how these turned out. I think they look fantastic. And I am very excited to get them on the frame, which coincidentally I got back from the plating place. So my next video will be on this guy. It'll be cleaning them up and giving them a clear coat, and then the reassembly begins. So if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you soon.